What's going on, you guys, and welcome to Kind Words. Now, we are in the month of May, and as many of you may know, the month of May is considered to be Mental Health Awareness Month. And so, considering that, and considering the state of the world right now with all the craziness, I thought it'd be a great idea to check this game out, which I wouldn't really even consider a game. This is more of a community hub where people can jump on here anonymously and really just write down their own personal thoughts, their feelings, confessions, testimonials, every single thing. And I discovered this during the holidays of 2019, and I thought it was just great. I spent a lot of nights, sleepless nights, just on here listening to everybody and also writing back, and also writing my own thoughts and feelings as well. But I just thought this was really helpful. So here we are. Now, before we get things started here, I should let you guys know that I am not a doctor or a professional help advisor. Obviously, I'm really just someone who's experienced some things, and I am a great listener, and hopefully what I can give are just kind words. And so, enough of the chit chat. Let's get to it. So it's been a while since I've actually jumped on here, and it appears that someone sends their thanks for the letter I wrote and another Robot Cube sticker. Very cool. Someone sends their thanks for the letter you wrote and another model boat sticker. Very awesome. Someone sends their So, see, this is what I said, just a lot of people just love to interact with other people, and it's just fantastic. So we're going to try to jump through all of this here. It's just a lot of thank you. You're very welcome. Now, I can't hear any audio, and I think I actually turned down the music for this game. Here we go. Let's turn it up because oh, that's loud. Apologize. But yeah, it plays some really chill lo-fi beats throughout this whole entire thing, and I think it's just perfect. So here we are in our little space here, our space in outer space. And all these collectibles here are just from playing the game and just like interacting or chatting and all that. So let's just jump into it, you guys. You see these paper planes that are flying around? So these are just notes that you could float into the atmosphere. So let's go ahead and check this one out here. It says, "Kinda wanna put pink streaks in my hair. It's such a common color." You see, this is great. People will put also just random notes into the atmosphere. It's fantastic. Let's read at least a couple more paper planes here before we jump into what else we can do. Okay, here comes another one. "I come here often to just forget about all the bad things in the world. It really helps me. Thank you all so much, L." That's great. This is what I'm talking about. Like, this game needs to get a little more recognition. Oh, wow. Someone just sent me I didn't even write anything. Hang in there, you got this. Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, you know what? Let's go ahead and, can I check up my old? Yeah, I can. Okay, we're gonna share some of my story before we jump into some other people's stories here. Oh God, what can I put here? Oh my God. Okay, so it's like I said, this is around the holidays, and around the holidays I usually get really sappy, and so a lot of thoughts come into my mind. And so this one right here, this is what I wrote. One of the things I wrote. "I've been in love with my best friend for most of my life. Every now and then I think of her, dream of her. Would it be selfish of me to tell her how I feel and risk jeopardizing the dynamic we already have?" Oh my God, this wasn't even too long ago. This was back in December, and I don't feel that way anymore. It's like I said, I'll just every now and then like just have those thoughts come in my mind, and after a while it just goes away, which makes me think, okay, it's nothing real. But this is what I'm talking about. So I wrote this out, as it's called personal requests. And what what that will do is it will invite strangers to come and give me their own 2 cents. So here we go with the first response here. Be honest with her. That's the best you can do. She's your friend and will listen. Maybe she's in the same situation. Just don't make her feel pressured. It's really nice words. Really nice words. Okay. Hey M, even though it can be really scary, it'll eat at you for the rest of your life, possibly even lead to regret later in life if you don't tell her. If you let her know that you don't say it to jeopardize the friendship, or that you don't mean to make tension, I'm sure she'll understand. No, she won't. Tell you right now, no, she won't. I know her very well, man. That's not how that's gonna go. I understand how risky telling her your feelings is. At the end of the day, friendship is important. But I think you should tell her rather than let it eat you alive. If she rejects you, and if she's really your friend, she would understand. Of course, that's gonna be awkward for a little while, but if you guys were really best friends, it shouldn't matter. You move on from it. At least you don't have to carry that load in your heart. So it's definitely not selfish because your feelings are valid, and as if she is your best friend, she would understand that, whether or not she feels the same way. That was really well thought out. And see, look, people actually spend their time writing out these really thoughtful notes and these really thoughtful letters. It's amazing. Let's move on to a different request that I wrote here. Okay, we're getting into some really serious territory here. So, I once dated someone with bipolar disorder, not knowing what it was at all, let alone how to be in the relationship. Though it ended badly and I lost her contact info, I am thankful for meeting her and for what we shared. It's very true. Granted, this was, during the holidays, and a lot of the thoughts around mine were just thoughts of craziness. But this was an honest-to-God truth here. I still feel that way to this moment. So let's listen to some of the responses here. It's so good that you think about it in that way. A ton of people are resentful when they end a relationship in bad terms. I hope you and her find happiness without each other. Okay. I love that. I love that so much. All right, let's see. I feel you. I also was with someone who was mentally ill. Though things do end abruptly and negatively, it doesn't mean it was for nothing. The times we shared are still a dear memory I hold. Moving on was really hard, but once I got through with the help of friends and family, I myself am definitely a more defined person. I hope things stay awesome for you, Jay. Jay, I think things stay awesome for you too, if you are watching this. I read all of these notes that people send me, and they're just so helpful. They really are. Let's read one more here. It's great that you have taken a positive out of this. Keep your head up and keep up with that positive attitude. Big hugs, Big Bear B. That's cute. There you go. That's wow. I didn't think I was actually gonna share something that personal on my channel. But yeah, I dated someone who was bipolar, didn't know what I was getting myself into, and I felt like a little kid in that whole relationship. Like, I was very naive. I wasn't even that young. This happened maybe 6 years ago, and just having no knowledge whatsoever about bipolar disorder, or just not even really recognizing the mental health community. It was definitely an eye-opener, and I came out of that just a stronger person. All right, this is gonna be the last request that I show off to you guys, but this is I put anime enthusiasts. What anime made you cry the most? Looking for recommendations. Again, this is around the holidays, and I was just looking for a good cry. And I love anime, so of course, how do you pronounce this? Is it Clanid or Clanad? Clanid. I don't know, but I have heard of it, and I still haven't gotten a chance to see it. Who else responded? There we go. Clanad 1 and 2. Don't judge the anime art style too quickly. The story is breathtaking and painful. You know, wait. I did actually watch the first episode of this, and I think I was distracted by the animation. It just looked way too goofy. I mean, goofy is the wrong way to say, but I just wasn't really into the animation style. But you know what? I'll give it a shot again. Let's see who else wrote. I myself don't watch, but my otaku friend here recommends The Silent Voice on Netflix. I have seen The Silent Voice on Netflix, and I think it's amazing. As a matter of fact, I don't have it around here, actually. Yeah, I don't. I think it's in my closet somewhere. But I watched that movie, fell in love with it, and I also discovered that it was originally a manga, which I purchased. And so I read the whole entire thing. It was very different. Well, not very different, but it was different. It still told the same story, and it's amazing. So if you haven't seen A Silent Voice, not The Silent Voice, A Silent Voice, it's available on Netflix. I highly recommend it, you guys. It's amazing. Okay, so we're back into outer space right now, you guys, and I think it's time to actually check out some new testimonials from these wonderful people. So where we go is... where do we go? View requests. All right, here we go. Ooh, here we go. To W, who wrote me a letter. Thank you for the advice on my breakup. You're amazing. That's so sweet, guys. This is what the world is, you know? It's people helping people. Any advice on being a good person? I act poorly to my parents, and they are the same to me. I try to help explain why I think they and I are in the wrong, but they just don't listen. I just wish we got along somewhat even if I prefer to be alone. K. This is a good one, you know? Now, I would guess that K here is either a teenager or a child, and if there's one thing that K should understand here is that, yes, absolutely 100%, living under the same roof with the same people for X amount of years can definitely get tiresome, can definitely get you aggravated, and so easy for your buttons to get pushed. And it's going to be the same for your parents too. Now, what matters though is that you guys actually stuck together. You know, no matter what bad or wrong there is, you guys are there for each other. You guys are a clan, you know. And think of this, right? There are so many unfortunate children out there that do not have parents, you know, or they have parents that are just completely unfit to be parents. Now, based on what you said here, I don't think that's in the same category. I just think that K's parents and K, him or herself, they just don't get along every now and then, which is very normal. This happens to everybody. But it's important to realize that when you grow older, you'll realize this, that as you move into your own place, or maybe, you know, with a roommate, you actually begin to really acknowledge that relationship that you and your parents had, and really just focus on the good things that you guys had, you know, and really think about everything that they've done for you, and vice versa. So don't let all of these negative these negative happenings really wear you or your parents down. If there's any advice I can give on being a good person is, you know what, give them a hug. You know, I know that sounds cheesy, but you don't know how much your parents will actually admire that. You know, they want connection. You know, you are their child. So that's what I got for K here. Again, I'm not a professional. These are just thoughts from someone who has experienced something like this before. All right, so we're going to read one more here, and this comes from C. C writes, no matter what I did, my ex pulled away, and he never gave me affection unless I asked. He treated me all around bad. I feel like he will never have to suffer for anything he did to me, or realize what he has done, and it's really upsetting. It is really sad. Now, it seems that during this relationship, C's ex was the one who it wasn't a fair relationship. It almost felt like C's ex was the one who it seems like he was controlling not only her but the whole entire relationship, and C let it happen. Now that right there is a problem in itself, because if you let someone, it doesn't even matter if you're in a relationship, if you let someone take over you, you might as well sell your own soul, you know. And for that, you know, I feel like because C wasn't confident enough to stand up for herself or himself, that's what happened in the relationship. And it almost felt like C's ex knew exactly what this kind of relationship was. And so I don't think that he will actually regret anything that he's done. I think this guy is a dirtbag, you know. I mean, no person should ever take advantage of another person. I think that's just totally wrong. But considering all of this, I think it's a great idea that you know, that they are both apart. And I think that C deserves a lot better. And if there's one advice that I can give C is please be more of a confident person. You don't need to actually have someone with you to complete you. You know what I mean? And that right there, you guys, is Kind Words. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. It's not often that I actually get to show off a game like this, and it's really one of my favorite things to come back to. I mean, there are so many games that I usually, when I finish playing, I will just, you know, uninstall. What's the whole point of still having it on my hard drive? But this game has been still on my desktop for the longest time, and I just love having to come back to this and just listening to people's words and, you know, writing a few thoughts here and there. It's just a very good thing, you guys. Now, of course, if you'd like to try Kind Words for yourself, which I highly recommend, I left a link in the description down below. But in the meantime, I want to thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, do not forget to smash that like. And if you're new to the channel, you know what to do, you guys. Be sure that you're subscribed, as well as ring the bell so that you are notified of the next video. And lastly, I want you to have a good day. I want you to have a good week, have a good month. It's such a crazy time out there, but you know what? I'm here trying to brighten your day every week, you guys, and I really hope you appreciate that. And that being said, you guys, I want to thank you again for watching. My name is MigsXL, and I will see you in the next video.